What's one of the best ways to explore the highest peak in the state? Well, you got it, right here, on top of a four-wheeler. Hop on and let us take you on a tour. With more than 170 miles worth of ATV trails atop Mount Magazine in West Arkansas, it's definitely a four-wheeler paradise. We hooked up with guide Kevin Schluterman, who's been providing folks an ATV exploration of Mount Magazine for quite a few years now.
Well, it all started with me and my nephew coming out, Monty Hodges, and we used to ride out here about 12 years ago. And I got the idea, you know, I think a lot of people would enjoy this, come out and see the beauty of the mountain, especially this time of year with the fall. And then you got the winter time when you got a little bit of snow on the ground. Of course, you got spring with everything budding out. You got the red buds and the forsythias and just different things just budding out. So, you know, it's really an adventure is what we try to do. We try to be very family oriented. We got ATVs that will accommodate couples. That you know, if the ladies don't want to ride the ATVs, they can sit behind their husbands. And then if you got a family with little kids that are under 16 years old without a valid driver's license, they can go ahead and do it, and the kids can ride with them. But the reason we started about 9 years ago, especially when they built the lodge up there on top of Mount Magazine, and that's where we got the idea. They need something to do. And so with the Forestry Service taking care of the trails, which were old logging trails, a lot of these were old logging trails, a lot of these were old horse trails. There used to be a very thriving community up here at the top of Mount Magazine. In fact, there's a lot of old grave sites around here that we also see. You know, when we're coming down Spring Lake Road, you've seen the old Antioch Cemetery, and there's one, Liberty School, that's got the old Mountain Grove Cemetery. And the school was built back in 1897, so you can imagine how, you know, the community, how old this place is. But we have some great trails up here. We got over 176 miles of trail, Forestry Service and ATV trails and horse trails. You know, we have a lot of horse people that come up here on top of the mountain that ride their horses. We got different areas. You know, you got the Mount Magazine Horse Camp, which is right there on top of Mount Magazine. And then down below, over past Subiaco, Sorghum Hollow Horse Camp, Lonesome D Horse Camp, the Walnut Horse Camp. Of course, those are all horse camps and ATV camps. And like I said, we got a lot of ATV trails up here, and a lot of stuff to see, a lot of beautiful stuff to see up here.
Schluterman offers his ATV tours of Mount Magazine Thursday through Sunday with either a 5-hour morning ride or a 3-hour afternoon ride. The ATVs are all automatic and very easy to operate. Arkansas doesn't have a helmet law, but Schluterman requires all riders to wear one, which are provided. So head out on the trail atop the state's highest peak because, as Schluterman stated earlier, there is a lot of beautiful stuff to see up here. Every autumn in October, folks from all over the Mid-South converge on the storybook setting of War Eagle Mill near Rogers for the annual mega, and I do mean mega, craft fair. Now, if you've never been here, let me tell you, it is quite the experience. An average 250 craftspeople from all over the country come to this fair at War Eagle in hopes of selling their wares, such as musician Dennis Lee on the hammered dulcimer.
A good friend of mine that grew up here in Arkansas, his dad was an old-time fiddler. He bought one at a bluegrass festival up in Winfield, Kansas. And I started backing him up on guitar. He started teaching me all these old songs. And I noticed he got all the attention. So I went ahead and I built one from a kit and self-taught myself. And it didn't take very long at all to learn. And so that's what I've been doing as a livelihood the last 25 years.
So tell us about coming here to this craft fair.
This has been a wonderful experience. This has been about, I think, my 17th year here, something like that. And it's a great opportunity to meet so many nice people. It's so well organized. It's such a beautiful setting. It's just a gift to be here. I get as much from everybody as everybody gets out of my music. I hear that a lot, that people really enjoy my music. I see people year after year. It's just a lot of fun. It's a real old instrument, goes way back to the Middle East, and it's what the piano eventually came from. And it was actually kind of a popular instrument during the Civil War, and years ago you could buy them out of Sears and Roebuck catalogs. And Henry Ford, our car, Ford Cars, he had a band and he had a hammer dulcimer in his band.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
What makes the War Eagle Craft Fair so unique and popular is the quality of the handcrafted items you'll find here, such as the wood carvings of Mike McCarthy.
Several years ago, my father had a stroke. He was a pattern maker for years and years, which he would make something out of wood that they would eventually cast in metal. So consequently, it was a very precise art. And doing it with wood, he had all the very nice wood tools, woodworking tools to work with, chisels and that type of thing. So I, rather than sell them super cheap at 10 cents on a dollar, I thought I'd look around and see if I could find somebody that knew how to use them. And as it happened, I bumped into quite a group from about Central Illinois that were interested in carving cowboys and Indians, and started hanging around with them, and there was some very, very talented people, and got me kind of where I am today. I've been doing this for, maybe 7 or 8 years, 2 years full-time. The rest of it was a lot more of a hobby than anything else. Didn't really get super serious until about 3 or 4 years ago.
So what do you think of the craft fair here at War Eagle?
And last year we were down here to the fair, and we did okay, and we had a good time, enjoyed the people more than anything around here we enjoy. Figured we'd come back again this year and give it another go, and we're delighted to be here. We've done a lot more than we were able to do last year. We're able to get 2 booths this year, so we've got a very large amount of carvings in here. And like I said, we're just very pleased to be here. We really enjoyed the people and enjoyed the fair.
Along with the artisans selling their handiwork, just as interesting are the 100,000 or so people who come here to buy. Y'all are just what we've been looking for.
Good.
You look like you're professionals here.
We are.
Craft hunters.
We're craft hunters.
Orange vest. I get it. I get it.
We keep our goodies back here that we purchase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Orange bags.
In our game bag.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, how many years you been coming here?
This is my 21st year.
Wow.
Yep.
So what do you like about this War Eagle Craft Fair?
Girls Weekend Away.
There you go.
That's my favorite.
No men.
No men.
Sorry.
What about you?
I just love being together. These are my best friends in the whole world, and they're just awesome, and we just enjoy each other's company, and so we come every year to shop and look around and laugh and have a good time.
Well, I think I found my special buy here, a pair of snow skis. That's right, old school style. Hey, you never know when you might need them for the next snow day. The Empress of Little Rock, built in 1888 at an exorbitant cost of 20 grand. It's been described in the National Register of Historic Places as the best example of ornate Victorian architecture in Arkansas. Let's go in, take a tour, and learn more about it, shall we?
The Hornerbrook room is named after Mr. Hornerbrook and the Hornerbrook family who built this house originally in 1888. And you can see some lovely hand-painted tile here on the mantle. His sister hand-painted that tile for him, and they installed it here. She was an artist in Detroit. And we've got a picture of her up over there. But the room also has a lovely bedroom set, as you can see, and we have a half-teastered canopied bed here from the 1870s.
At the time, James Hornibrook was one of the wealthiest men in Arkansas, and to flaunt it, he built one of the most expensive and elaborate homes in the state. And to further flaunt society, he had a special secret card room built in the attic at the top of the tower for his invitation-only ongoing gambling parties. The poker game left on the table, along with the whiskey and brandy, is as if Hornibrook never left, which he may not have. During the renovation of the home near the second-floor kitchen that was to be demolished, owner Bob Blair had quite the interesting encounter.
In January of '94, during the reconstruction of the house, there was a kitchen in here. I was wondering what to do with the kitchen. What might possibly be involved in getting the kitchen out of here, when suddenly something caught the corner of my eye, and I turned and I looked. And there was a gentleman moving down the stairs. I won't say he was floating. I won't say he was walking. He was just moving down the stairs. Had a Homburg hat, white scarf, and a black overcoat, and just as distinguished looking as he could be. And I looked for my wife to get confirmation. Sharon, come here, you got to see this. And of course he was gone by the time she showed up. But yeah, that was our introduction to the house.
Sharon Blair says it was really meant to be for her and her husband to eventually own this house and turn it into a bed and breakfast.
I've been looking downtown for ages, as I just had this vision and this idea, and I kept dragging him down to houses, and he kept saying, no, I don't want to do that. And when we finally found this house, and a friend of mine came in on an open house one Sunday to just look at it, and I looked at the house and I thought, oh my gracious, the way this is laid out, it would be perfect for a bed and breakfast. All the rooms upstairs, you got, a back hall where you can get to other places while everybody doesn't see you, and you got beautiful front parlors. So I really just kind of figured, you know, that's not ever happening. And then the realtor called me and said, well, nobody's made an offer on this house. And we heard you mention something about a bed and breakfast. And we just wanted to call you and let you know that the owner would entertain an offer. I said, oh, well, really what I thought was, yeah, I don't think he'll entertain what I want to pay for it, because I knew what it was going to take to get it the way I wanted it, or at least partly had an idea. But anyway, we came back down and Bob came in with me, and it was kind of like, yeah, I've got the idea. I think, yeah. And I was just like, you're kidding. I couldn't believe it, that he was going to go along with it. So I don't know whether he got charmed by Mr. Hornerbrook or he just gave up and gave in.
Well, let me backtrack a little bit. I'll backtrack a little bit. I had successfully kept Sharon away from this house for 10 years because I knew once she laid eyes on this house, she's going to want it. Her good friend who lived a couple of blocks down the street from here called her one day and said, guess what? I've found a house that you would just love, and it's for sale. As soon as Sharon just started to describe the house to me after she had seen it, I knew exactly which house she was talking about. And I thought, oh no, Lord, help me here. But as soon as we walked into this house, she talked me into coming in, and we walked in the front door, and the house just screamed out at you. Save me, is what it did. And suddenly you felt like you were part of the property itself. And so I couldn't say no to my wife. It wasn't her, it was the house that sold me on it.
Bob Blair says he named the house the Empress after his wife, whom he calls the Empress.
I knew who really was the Empress. And Sharon has been the driving force behind this thing from day one. And it's an embodiment of her. You see it in the picture. You see it all around here. She did all of the interior decoration in the house. It is all good Victorian interior decoration, toned down for you and I of the 21st century. Not quite as elaborate, but she's done a great job with that.
And rightfully so, that the house should be named after the real Empress.
Thank you, Chuck. But it's been a great adventure. For 20 years we've been open as a bed and breakfast, gotten lots of accolades, but the house is really what we enjoy sharing with people. It's a part of Arkansas history, you know, and it has threads that reach out into the neighborhood, and so that's been a big part of it.
So come and stay a night or two at the Empress. Venture in the secret tower room if you dare. You just may be asked to join in where someone else may still have a hand in the game. It's called the Take Your Breath Away Scenic Drive in West Arkansas. It's actually a motorcycle route, but whether you're on your Harley, in your car, or what have you, this drive definitely lives up to its name. The Take Your Breath Away Scenic Drive is about 90 miles in length, forming a triangular loop surrounded by the Ozark National Forest just west of Russellville. It's comprised of 4 highways, from Dardanelle along Highway 27 to Danville, and then Highway 10 to Havana, then north on Highway 309 going up and over Mount Magazine along the Mount Magazine Scenic Byway to Paris, and then from Paris going east on Highway 22 back towards Dardanelle. Mount Magazine is, of course, the state's highest peak with an elevation of 2,753 feet, and the beauty from atop this mountain will definitely take your breath away. Along the Mount Magazine Scenic Byway is also one of those places in the state where you'll see bear crossing signs. But not to worry, as I've said before, in all my years of exploring every nook and cranny of the state, I have yet to encounter a bear. But of course, there's always that first time. Another highlight of this route where you'll want to spend a little time is at Subiaco, 5 miles east of Paris along Highway 22. Subiaco Abbey is a Benedictine monastery which was established in 1878. It's also a college prep academy and boarding school for boys, not to mention an Angus beef cattle farm as well. Highway 22 is also a Trail of Tears route and a portion of the historic Oberlin-Butterfield stagecoach route. Along the Take Your Breath Away Scenic Drive, lakeside beauty is abundant, in which you can stop, take a break, and just take it all in. So take a drive for yourself along the Take Your Breath Away Scenic Drive in West Arkansas. And to view this episode again or any one of our others, visit our website at aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And don't forget to like us on our Facebook fan page. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.